everybody, welcome back. The sun is slowly rising in Old Pinner Cove, and we are once again at the old cinema that is now a hotel. So what I did yesterday is, after I'd finished recording, I went along and painted all the passageways, all the hallways, and this was white, and it didn't do it for me. It was just too white. So I tried a couple of options, and then I thought, you know what, let me just make the trim the same color wood as the doors, and I think it looks pretty good. We've also got lights in here now so we can see what the heck we're doing, and I like it. I've put stairs here that go up to the attic, and we haven't done anything in the attic yet. We literally are just looking at it for now. There's a hole there. I forgot. I was chopping holes in the floor in the floor here to just try and figure out what was going on down here. Oops. Because if you look there, that looks like it could be another staircase. And I was like, have they hidden another staircase up here? So what I did is I took it out, and all it is a triangle. So there's no stairs there. It just looks like there's stairs there, which is frustrating. But it is what it is. And of course you can't really put this across on a slanted surface. So I'm just ignoring that triangle. I'm going to leave it there, I think, because it doesn't interfere in any way with us. I've also changed the wood around there to white, so it will match the white molding by the ceiling. So let me know what you think of all this. And yeah, that's where I left it. And today we're going round and round. You can see I tried wallpaper, I tried all kinds of stuff, and then I was like, you know what, let's just make it green and see what happens. I've also put a picture on the wall there because I wanted to see what that would look like, and it's not bad. It's just, it needed something other than the white moldings on the wall. So I like it now. Let me know what you think. Alright, I've also changed the color of the sofa. It was this peach. Oh, and did anybody notice the reception area yesterday? Monday. Because I put that in. I built it out of little blocks, and I think it looks quite nice. I just forgot to tell you guys what I've done. So this is the reception area. This is just a little desk. It's like a little cupboard. And there's pieces on the sides. And there's pieces here. So it's not an actual doorway. It's been built. I'm not 100% with it yet, but we're getting there, I think. And if we come around the corner here, you'll see you've got filing cabinets here, which is great. These are actually the filing cabinets on wheels, if I'm not mistaken. That one. And then we've got the place for the keys on the wall here. And of course we put some pictures, a clock, some plants, and some other random stuff in here. So yes, sorry, it was Monday. It was one of those days. And for the shelves that we cannot sell, we can change them. Okay, so I just made them white. I think they look quite nice white in here. and I just put a plant and some doodads on it. So it doesn't look bad at all. Then for this room, I actually painted it the darker color. It's not the color of the wood, but it is a darker color. And I put a TV, and I know you guys didn't want to watch me put 50,000 books in here. So I've put some books, I've put some knickknacks, there's some magazines stacked up here, and everything like this, because this will be the TV area. And I'm probably going to put desks along this wall, maybe 2 desks with computer setups, so that if anybody's wanting to do something on the computer, they have the opportunity. So let's start in the living room. I prefer this color. I've also changed the pictures because as far as I'm concerned, they blend better, and I prefer the brown leather sofas. So let's find us some, why am I outside? Some coffee tables. Now I would like quite a large coffee table. No, I don't want this one, it's too small. That one is the same style as the sofas, but I'm thinking of this one. It is quite big, but it's okay because this is a big room and it can survive that. So if we put it here, I think that looks pretty good. Now let's change the wood. Let's change the handles first of all. I hate these dangling handles. I'm just going to put knobs on, and we're going to go for chrome. I say that with a question in my voice. Now the floors are walnut, so I actually want to go for a darker wood, maybe the red beech. Let us see. That's pretty good with the leather. I like it. Okay, that works. That one's centered. I presume I should move this just a smidgen. Or should I put it lengthways this way? I think that's better. And we can center it properly. And then maybe 2 small chairs. And obviously hotel waiting room, sitting area. We're not going to have anything too flamboyant, and I'm not going to match the chairs. So it's either going to be the high backs. Let's see what these look like in here. It's not bad, because we won't have to put curtains in. I moved them all the way back. There's windowsills. Are you serious? You're going to fall down? Seriously? Fine, I'll leave you there. And then I'm thinking, let's go with the dark beach. Keep that, and then maybe make them. Should we stripe them? Should we make them striped? It could be fun. Now, is it that color? Ew, no. I want white there. The only problem is, these stripes are so wide. those stripes are so wide. Let's go back. These ones. I wish this went the other way. Again, why would they put the stripe going that way? Seriously. It's fine except for that. No, I can't do it. I honestly cannot do it. So maybe we just go for that. That should be fine. Alright, now I need to remember that we're in story mode. So, yeah. Should we put cushions on the leather sofa, or should we just leave it like that? See that because of the windowsills, you can only put the chair so far back. I think that's okay. That works for me. And then we can put a nice big potted plant in the corner over here. Pot would be good. Maybe this one. This needs some green in the corner over here. Because there's a lot of brown going on. Okay, what do we have? We have these, but as we know, they're really chunky. And they do tend to flop over into the next room. So maybe these? That will work. And maybe a light? A standing lamp? I wish we had more standing lamps. That's really boring, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, let's go with the dark wood. Knitted fabric's fine. Should we go for a white? Let's see what that looks like. That just brings the white down a bit. Gives it a pop of white in the corner there. Oh, this is story mode. I was going to say I can use, because we have a, unless we put a hanging light in the corner there. We have this. But that's tiny. Okay. The frills would work in here. They really would, but it just, my heart says no. My heart says no. Alright, I'm thinking of a console table of some description. Just a small one. That we can maybe put probably another plant on. Should we go for this? And the dark wood. Very tiny. That one will fit over there in that corner. Do we want this paper? We've got the money. Let's just sell it. That will work there. Then we can put a plant, a vase maybe. Well, we can't. we don't have that technology, so we're going to have to do a pot. Quite big, but it's not bad. Mid-sized. We've got orchids, but this hotel just makes me think of sword lilies. Let's see what that looks like. That works. I like that. And then we do need an umbrella stand, probably this, just here by the window, and we can probably use that on that. There we go. And then would we put another little table here with a vase or something on it? How big is that? That's quite big now. How big is that? That's literally just going to fit just in the right spot. So maybe that. Sure, let's do that. Not that. That. Thank you. Mirror. Mirror. Can do a mirror. How about the oval one? Can do dark. Oh yeah, that'll work. And then something. Something from here. These are quite big if my mind serves me correctly, so that'll work. You know, candles are really not... Oh, what am I doing? Candles are not sort of the thing in hotels, but it'll be fine. We go for something darker. Yes, that looks good. And how big is this one? Is it the same size? And slightly smaller. Do we do that in white? No. A little over the top, isn't it? And then we can do some candles. I think these are the fat ones actually work here. They do. We'll go for the smaller one in that. And they reflect in the mirror. It's not too bad. Should we put a little shelf under this console? Can we put a little shelf under this console? Can we make it red beach? Yes, we can. Because then we can put some newspapers on it. There we go. And we can go to the newspaper. I think it's this one. Panaco report. Yeah, we can actually put a few here. There we go. A couple of newspapers, and then we need something here. Now, generally, and a carpet. And I'm how big is the circle? Way too small. How big is this one? No. You know, I'm just gonna go with the boring stuff. Sorry guys. Now we've used we do that. No. Hold on. I need to do that too. See what this looks like. It should be fine. Where do we want the stripes? That way. Dang it. Thank you. Don't know if I like these stripes are more solid, so maybe. I don't know. I wish we could make the stripes smaller. Like smaller, but we can't. So it's going to have to just be a thing. I don't want to put a white carpet there because I think it'll open it up too much. But the question is, what do we do here? Do we just leave this open? Or should we change the floor, give it a frame? I'm not sure. But I think we need another something there. We put a little bookshelf there. We've got that, so we don't really need it. We've got a picture there, so it would either be a little tall, medium. No, if in doubt. When in doubt, use a plant. That one? Not bad as you walk in. I think I can live with that. That's still got paint in it that we might use. That's still got paint in it. These are the tiles from the kitchen. We have to get back to the kitchen. Now this is the little bath. Well, it's a toilet. Literally a little toilet. And I think we can get a toilet in here. Shall we try? Because the door now opens inwards. So if we can't get a toilet in there, it is what it is. Should we use this? Because, you know, I think that's quite cute. And And we can go with chrome. And no, we are doing a white toilet seat. Sorry. Bet you the door sticks on it. Doesn't. Yay. Okay, that works for me. And then the tiniest little wash basin. And the tiniest little wash basin is this corner unit. Which is horrible. I'm thinking of these taps. These taps just sort of appeal to me. Maybe we should go with, will this fit? Just no, it won't. All right. No. Even that's not going. Okay. We're going for the corner unit. Tis what it is. Let's go for let's go for the cute taps. Scary. Can you please? There we go. Seriously? How does that, how it, does that make sense to you guys, that it's not actually in the corner? I've never noticed that before. And I even put the tile up by accident. It is what it is. It will be fine. And then we just need, I have a feeling I've painted this in, I think I've painted that in the ceiling paint. Oh, and it's empty. I mean, that was pointless. Dang it. Fine. Let's just white paint, shall we? White. Thank you. Yep, smooth. That's going to take like the smallest amount of paint. That's better. Knowing me, I'm probably going to paint something crooked or something. Okay, close the door. Thank you. You can see this side is also slightly high. Yeah, that looks much neater, cleaner, tidier, and I've mismatched the tiles on purpose. But I think it looks quite cute with the sort of age of the hotel. Looks very cute. Now the question is, do we want to finish these off with anything? I don't think so. But I think a mirror on this wall would be nice. And then maybe a little picture next to it. We don't want a huge mirror either. I think this is too big. It's huge. Okay, where's the little mirror? Where's it? It's also huge. That's fine. And I just don't want that because it's plastic. How about this one? That's also huge. Sure, let's just do that. And then am I thinking of a few little pictures? Let's find the skinniest frame. Make it small. I'm thinking of we've got the drawings of the leaves. That might be cute. Keep forgetting they've messed these pictures up there. Maybe just behind here. It was 50, wasn't it? I've already put a light in there, which is now totally off center. So that's the little toilet that we can close the door on. And you can see that. I think I need to put a wooden strip. Every little wooden strip. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to shrink you a little bit and then move you. Seriously, you won't? Why? Let's shrink it down. Now you'll listen better. When the door closes, okay, you still see the tile slightly through the door there. It'll do. It'll be fine. Okay, so we've got something here. Let's get us a few odds and ends for... What am I looking for? I'm looking for a big book, like a counter book, something like that. I think these are the same size. Let's go for something that we can use. We've got mushrooms. Let's do birds. Nice big tabletop book. And then a smaller one. Beetles. That's cute. And then just some little odds and ends. Should we put a tray on this table? Where is my... I think that might be too... It's not bad. Wise, I think that's... I don't want to go with the candlestick. Let's do that in white. That's quite big though. That's not bad. Maybe a tiny plant. want anything super water lilies. Yeah. That will do, I think, for our living area. The reception is a work in progress. I'm going to still play with it for a little bit. The dining room, we've got a lot of stuff on the walls now. I think that works. I'm liking the feel of it, but because all these floors are very similar, what I was thinking of doing, yeah, this is a darker wood. I don't remember. Okay, so that is drab orange 4. Also pine, drab orange 3. So if we go with the same color, we take it away completely, and we maybe box it. Of course, the grade is running the wrong way. Okay. Just got to find it to do it, and I'm lazy because I don't want to move stuff. Okay, that's 2 away from there. On this other side, 1, 2. Dang it. Let me put my headlight on. Just to give the floor some interest. This is what I was thinking of doing in the entrance hall as well. Okay, that's 1, 2. Of course the plant's in the way. Why would the plant not be in the way? I think let's run this all the way along to there. So it just gives it a faint difference. And then if we do that, we run it this way. Just sort of makes the room full. And then if we wanted to spend the time and the energy, we could do that again. And wrong way. We've got the double line. Okay, I'm not putting that chair back yet because we're going to have to do this again. If we want it to be fancy in the... Dang it. We want it to be fancy in the entrance, we could always edge this in a metal. That would look pretty good. Yeah, that works. Alright, yeah. No. Did I click? No, I didn't. Dang it. There we go. Oh, I'm trying to pick up the chair with the tool in my hand. I think that works well. And I think I'm going to change the color of these tabletops. And I'm actually going to go to the dark. Woo! Cyan, because that just gives them a bit more substance. What do you think? We can change that as well. I like it. Okay, so let's take this, copy that onto that, because we're not going to use the paneling anymore, the walls. Do we need that? Oh, we can always get more. Sell it. That wood we'll keep. We can maybe do the same thing in here. Now I just have to remember which way we're going. So that's 2. Okay, that works. I think I'm going to... Yes, I know it's going the wrong way. Fine. I'm going to take it from here. And run it to maybe here. That's line number 1. Where do we finish with this line? There. So the next line will be there. No, it's not Monday anymore. My brain is functioning. Scary, hey? Then if we wanted to put a carpet in here, we could. Sort of in the middle. sold it. I sold it. I think that might be right. Dang it. I always do that. At least it's the right way. And hopefully we'll have enough wood. Dang it. Okay. That is a problem right there. Do we have any more wood? Do we? Is there wood anywhere? No? No? Oh well. Gonna have to buy some more. Sorry, I'm making everyone dizzy. Whee! There we go. Just for one. But we will use it elsewhere as well. I think that, even though it's not totally centered on the door, actually just gives it a little bit of oomph. And then if we wanted to, we could take this and maybe, I was thinking of metal, but I think this will be better just as a frame. What do you think? Snap. I'm not sure. I think this dark color is a little too intense. But I suppose we must look at it as a whole once we have completed the exercise. I'm not sure which side I want to put it. That side, I think. Let us change the size first. It's a little too intense. I hate that I have to click on it every single one of them. Ooh, we missed a few. Okay, as we walk in the door, I like it, but I think I want to turn it down. So what happens if I took that down to that? Copy. Okay, yes, that works. Because it still gives you the framing effect, but it's not as in your face. Tell me what you guys think. It's like a fancy floor. I like it. Haven't done anything like that since House Flipper 1. And I'm enjoying that. Alright, so here, we've got a couple of things. We've got a lot of space in here. I'm going to move. I don't want to put too many tables in here because we really don't need that many. We've only got like a few rooms, so I'm going to just space the chairs out a bit. They take up a bit more space in the room. And then we can maybe put some planters. We've got a plant there, which I've moved. So let me move it back now. You can see the difference between this floor and that floor. That floor's got, you can actually see the framing there. But this is subtle as well, which is perfect for a dining room. Now, we've got these plant stands. So maybe we should, well, maybe not that. Should we use something cottagey? Why the heck not? And we can maybe go with the dark green. It's cute. And then we could just throw some cute little plants in. We've got the little figs. How big are they? Actually, that's perfect. Ah, that is pretty much perfect. Well, I think it's perfect. Now we are going to need a computer here. Or are we going to be a... We definitely need a telephone. We put the telephone on the side there. And a laptop, I think. Do the basic color do we want? Maybe here we go with like the peachy color. There we go, that works for me. And I can't remember if we've got a cash register. We do have a cash register, but I think we need just like that. That works. I like it. And then we need some little vases for the tables. Now, they've told us which flowers go into vases, which is stunning, and I think these flowers are beautiful. Now we just have to find the vases that they go into. Oh, those aren't vases. Why am I looking there? Can never remember how big these are. 138, 132, 111. Is that's quite big still. Not sure that would work. Let's see, as opposed to this little plant here. You throw that in there. It's cute. Sure. Let's just change that to a white. And then duplicate that. And I think I want to put one up here as well, just on the corner here. That's quite large, but it'll be fine. Do we have options? Yes, we do. We've got that one. Maybe the light blue. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe a nice vivid purple on this one. Okay. That's cute. I like that. And then we can do the salt and peppers. And maybe the hot sauce. I think I'm going to go with this. It's the most basic and it's the easiest. But I think let's do that. I hate the way these things flicker on the table. Make my head hurt. And I think what we're going to do here is, that's the lid. Let's go with a chrome lid, and then we can do the white for the salt. And the grey for the pepper. There we go. And should we do hot sauce? Everybody should have hot sauce on the table. Which one do we want? Let's go for the basic one. There we go. You're probably having bed and breakfast here, so got to put hot sauce on your eggs. I like it. It's coming together. It's looking better. I'm thinking maybe a lower, we've got this shelf here, but I'm thinking sort of a low storage unit that you can sort of slip the knives and forks and stuff into, if you know what I mean. That will fit perfectly, actually. That works. Except for the handles. Don't duplicate it. The handles aren't bad, but let's go for that. And just the plain chrome, and then we can put some plates on it. Maybe. Oh boy, hate these snap to grid plates. And what else do we want? Glasses maybe for your orange juice. Where's that whiskey glass? A nice orange juice glass. Maybe a chopping board? No. We are going to need a coffee machine in the kitchen. We haven't got to the kitchen yet, but we'll get there. But a bowl of fruit. Definitely need a bowl of fruit so we can all be healthy. Still my favorite bowl. This one does get a little lost, but it's also very pretty. I like it. Which fruit? Apples. Let's do that one. We can go for the slightly darker but lighter base. Does that make sense? And maybe a darker frost to the glass. Okay. And then we'll get to the kitchen. We've got to put shelves in here. We can put stuff in the pantry. Actually, you know what? Shelves in here. Can we put tool storage in here? Do we have the option? This is probably going to... Oh no, look at that. It will fit perfectly. In fact. There is no which way in here. This is this way or the other way. There we go. That works. Can we copy that onto that? Yes, we can. Alright, that makes sense. And then we can maybe put a bin or some sort of... There we go. In there. And maybe a little short table at the back there. Or a shelf. Or a row of these things. Those will work, I think. Not really. Those will work. Let's just do a stack of them. That's for you like veggies and stuff, I presume. Why? Fine, just no, they won't lift up as a unit. Oh, I've got precise placement on, that's why. I don't want precise placement. Thank you. Always messes it up when you're trying to put it on a grid. There we go. That's a nice pantry. Okay, I'm going to walk away. I'll put stuff in the kitchen. The only thing I'm going to put in while you're here with me is the coffee machine, because you know, everybody needs coffee. Well, in my opinion, I need coffee every day. We're gonna go for the big one. Oh yeah. Coffee. And we've got lights in, not very light, and boy, it's dark outside again. But hey, I think this is starting to come together. I like the flow, and I also like the new color for the moldings on the walls upstairs. So guys, I'm going to leave it here. It's starting to look like, in South Africa, in every town in South Africa, there is a royal hotel. And every single one of the royal hotels in this country has this feel to it. And that's what I'm trying. And I once did a round trip from Joburg, Johannesburg, to Cape Town, to Durban, and back to Johannesburg. And we stayed at the Royal Hotel in pretty much every stop. And this is the vibe. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.